Hello, this is Willie, and we're January 27th. Above all else, I want to see. Above all else, I want to see. We're going to say that, you know, 3 or 4 times an hour today. That'll be our lesson. I'd still encourage you to take a few minutes, or a minute or two anyway, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. You've heard me say that before. Quiet and reflective. Um, got a plant to show you. This is a fern that grows here in southwest Missouri Ozarks. Only see it growing on the wetter northern slopes, usually close to the water. It grows down by the creek on my place. I always, for years, called them Boston ferns. I don't know that they're Boston ferns or not. That's what I'd heard them called. We're certainly not in Boston. There are a lot of different kind of ferns. They don't make fruits or flowers. They make a little spore that they end up propagating with. So anyway, I'd love to have some knowledge of some of its uses, and maybe maybe someone could identify it. Thought maybe it was, the kind that I heard was an ostrich fern, but I don't think that's what it is. But I don't know. Yesterday, our lesson was my attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability. Today, above all else, I want to see. Today's idea expresses something stronger than mere determination. It gives vision priority among your desires. You may feel hesitant about using the idea on the ground that you are not sure that you really mean it. This does not matter. The purpose of today's exercises is to bring the time when the idea will be wholly true a little nearer. 2. There may be a great temptation to believe that some sort of sacrifice is being asked of you when you say you want to see above all else. If you become uneasy about the lack of reservation involved, add vision has no cost to anyone. If fear of loss still persists, add further. It can only bless. I suppose that people that are really honest, which, we all want to be honest, uh, they're saying to themselves, well, I can't say above all else I want to see, because that may not be true. And he's trying to relieve your mind of that, you honest folks, and say, it doesn't matter. Just do the best you can, is all he's asking. And then he says, and to help further drive this home, vision has no cost for anyone. Above all else, I want to see. That's the visionary statement. Above all else, I want to see. Vision has no cost to anyone. It can only bless. Paragraph 6. The idea for today needs many repetitions for maximum benefit. It should be used at least every half hour and more often if possible. You might try for every 15 or 20 minutes. It is recommended that you set a definite time interval for using the idea when you wake or shortly afterwards, and attempt to adhere to it throughout the day. It will not be difficult to do this, even if you are engaged in conversation or otherwise occupied at the time. You can still repeat one short sentence to yourself without disturbing anything that is going on. Above all else, I want to see. And the last paragraph. The real question is, how often will you remember? How much do you want today's idea to be true? Answer one of these questions and you have answered the other. You will probably miss several applications and perhaps quite a number. Do not be disturbed by this, but do try to keep on your schedule from then on. If only once during the day you feel that you were perfectly sincere while you were repeating today's idea, you can be sure that you have saved yourself Many years of effort. Wow, many years of effort being saved just by being sincere one time. Imagine if you could be sincere 2 or 3 times during the day. How many years of effort? Or maybe if you were sincere every time, how many years of effort would you save? And of course, the two questions that the idea for in paragraph 6. Or paragraph 7, the real question is how often will you remember? How much do you want today's idea to be true? So, how often will you remember? And how often do you want it to be true? Answer one of these questions and you've answered the other. Okay? So, we want to be committed and sincere. One of the things that I've kind of stipulated in my journey is that if I'm doing lesson, I make a commitment that I'm going to do the next lesson in the morning to get it started. And as I usually do it, I do yesterday's lesson one last time, and then I do the new lesson for the day. Sometimes I have a little pause between the two. Sometimes I go directly into the lesson for the day. But I do have a short recap of yesterday's. But it all has to be done in the morning. Some days I'm a little lazy and don't get it done first thing. I try to do it just as quick as I wake up. Uh, and but I at least get it done before noon. That's my commitment in the morning. Okay. I hope that helps you. I'm just trying to give you a few things to encourage you to stick with this program, this journey. Um, Above all else, I want to see. Until tomorrow, see all of God's goodness.